Hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Hamilton. I'm an attorney at McCarthy Law. And today on Tip Tuesday, I'm going to talk about three biggest challenges that individuals are facing when they're administering the estate of a loved one. So, administering a loved one's estate could mean anything from settling affairs, opening and closing a probate estate, or administrating a specific trust that a loved one had when they passed away. Such duties could include paying final taxes, paying off any funeral or burial expenses, liquidating accounts, selling real estate, selling vehicles, paying off creditors, and just ultimately winding up a loved one's affair. I would say one of the biggest challenges is a lack of guidance. So many personal representatives, whether it's trustees or executors, aren't given a whole lot of resources when someone passes away. There really isn't a handbook that you're given when it comes to administering a loved one's estate when they've actually passed. We've tried to work really hard with teaming up with some funeral homes, even with being in touch with loved ones before that person has passed away to get them in a position where they are able to receive advice for administering an estate specifically. So I would suggest utilizing resources such as an attorney, a funeral home, an accountant, a financial advisor. Try to make use of those people who are easily seeing some of these circumstances together. A second challenge is managing expectations. So I think that if you've been around someone who close to passing says, I've straightened everything out for you, it's going to be really organized, I really don't own a lot, everything's just going to be left to you and it should be fine. Most of the time that's not the case. So I think that everyone kind of needs to be in a headspace that for managing expectations, expect a lot more work than you were thinking of. So at least from a probate perspective, to manage the expectation that it's going to be a short and quick process is untrue. At least in Rhode Island, probate estates have to be open a minimum of 6 months. So just starting to get in a headspace of managing those expectations about either hardship of the estate administration or maybe not so much that organization. And then the third and last is navigating bad advice. This could be bad advice from Google or search engines, family, friends, even professionals. So I think that especially now Google has become our friend and our enemy. There's so much information out there and there's a lot of misinformation. Same thing when it comes to having advice from friends and family. At the end of the day, they just want to help you and be in a position to make your life a little bit easier through resources. But not everyone's estate is the same, and there's a lot of nuances to a loved one's financials, family, personal matters. So each person does have their own estate administration concerns and issues within it. And then same thing with enlisting a professional. So you want to make sure, especially when you're hiring an estate attorney, that that's someone who has experience, that really practices in that area of law, rather than having someone that's maybe a jack of all trades that's going to be doing maybe some criminal defense, some family law, and estate planning on the side. Thanks.